Okay, so, as I said before, it's now time to get back into all of the side quests that are available. Basically, we've got quite a lot that we can do right now. Although I do believe that, yes, we are allowed to go to the Count immediately. In fact, I believe we might actually have to go to the Count immediately. I can't quite remember the specifics. But I think I do have to go to the Count first.
Master Zael, the Count awaits you.
Okay. So, yes, we do have to go see the Count before we can do anything else. But after that, we will get into the side quests. And don't worry, I have a decent amount of trivia to be able to help us cover the amount that there is.
My lord?
Ah, just the man I was looking for. Now, about your right hand. Dagran has briefed me, but I would like to hear the details from you. How exactly did you receive that mark?
Let me explain.
I see. This is a curious turn of events indeed. Why would it give you its power? Well, I'm sure we'll find out eventually. By the way, Lady Callista was worried sick about you.
My lord, I assure you that Lady Callista had nothing to do with this.
Settle down. If I fretted every time that girl went off on her own, why, I'd never have a moment's peace. Now that I think about it, perhaps it is fortuitous that you and Callista became so close. Depending on your answer, I might even reconsider her engagement.
My answer?
As you know, Lazulis has been like the sword of the Empire, fighting the Gurak and other foreign enemies for hundreds of years. Zael and Callista's marriage would certainly give us great influence within the Empire. But it is only a means to an end. My true goal has always been to annihilate the Gurak and bring peace to the Empire.
But is that even possible?
It will not be easy, of course, but that power of yours may be the deciding factor. With your help, it might just be possible.
So, things have got a little interesting, I guess.
Mate, I don't know what you're frowning about. This is our chance. I doubt we'll get another one.
I know that.
Yes, but
But
still...
It's not me the Count wants. What he wants is the power of the outsider.
Exactly.
Is that really a good thing?
That's none of our concern. If you think you can't handle it, you better get yourself sorted.
That's nice of you, Dagran.
Just give me some time, Dagran. I need to figure things out.
All right then. Go and clear your head.
If you swear absolute loyalty to me, I will knight you and your friends. And if you so desire, even marrying Callista might not be out of the question.
Oh
that
dear.
No. Tell me she wasn't listening. I have to catch up to her.
Yeah. Think we may be in a bit of trouble with Callista.
Callista's room is that way.
Through here are the guest rooms and the ballroom. Lady Callista went to her room looking very depressed. I hope she's all right.
I hope so too, but, I have the feeling that she won't be. Oh. bloody Count Arganan getting us all screwed up. Now, if you want, you can go into Dural's room.
She's not been kidnapped. No, don't be stupid.
It's just the wrong room, clearly.
Don't just drop in. The Count may think you're innocent, but I know better. You'll never be anything more than a mercenary. The life of nobility is not easy.
Okay, Dural, I believe you. Yes. Now, if you check Dural's wardrobe, you can get Callista's dress? Wonder what the hell he was doing with that. Ugh.
Callista's not in her room. Where'd she get to?
Probably the ballroom
Lady Callista
balcony.
just left. Said she wanted to feel the wind on her face.
Not really anywhere else you could go in here, so, let's head to where we first found out that she was not Lisa, but in fact Lady Callista.
Wait, Callista!
Yeah, you're not going to be able to run, Callista. Like, seriously?
Callista,
Thank you.
they declared me innocent because of you.
That's okay. You were protecting me as well. That's why you didn't tell them the truth, right?
Well, I...
Zael, can I talk to you about something? I overheard you talking to my uncle.
What?
Please, you have to refuse his offer.
What? Why? We can... I mean, I haven't decided anything. But think about it. It would all be over. You wouldn't have to marry Zael.
You don't understand. There were people who did everything they could. People who saw the situation I was in and tried to help me. But my uncle or Zael would always find out. And something terrible would happen. So many people hurt because of me. Listen to me, Zael. I might not have a clue about the outside world, but I know this world a lot better than you do. It's not some fairy tale world of knights and princesses like in the stories. People cheat and murder for their own gain without batting an eyelid. There is no freedom here, only treachery and deceit. I don't want you to live in a world like that.
So what then? You'll just marry Zael. You're okay with that?
Of course not. I just can't let you get caught up in this too.
The mark of the outsider. At last, the outsider's chosen one has appeared. Now this island will become the most powerful fortress in the world. The Empire, no. The whole world will be mine.
So, it looks like things are not going quite as to plan as we would have liked.
Master Zael, I have a message from your friends. They said they're going back to the tavern.
Awesome.
I'm quite worried about you.
Definitely choose don't go back yet, because there's some stuff that you can do, but if you want to, you can just go straight back to the tavern, get straight on with the story, but there are a few side quests that I'd quite like to do whilst we are still in Lazulis Castle. And whilst we are doing these, I will go on a little, thing about names. 'Cause one of the things that I find quite interesting about the last story is its use of names for the characters. Because some of the names are very unusual, and some of them kind of are quite fitting for their characters. I mean, Zael, apparently means sea strength in Old Greek. How accurate that is, I don't know, but there is also the fact that it sounds remarkably like Gale, which is obviously the move that he uses. In the original Japanese, he was called Elza, but I'm not quite sure what significance that has. I mean, apparently, in Spanish and Swedish, Elsa means truth, so it could be some sort of pun. There's also, for some reason, I'm kind of linked. Well, my mind immediately thinks of Ezekiel in the Bible, just because there are other various biblical allusions in the last story, so it might just be that that's linking it to me. And also, there's the fact that Zael is an anagram of Elsa, which is quite cool. Then next up we have Callista. Callista actually is a real name, apparently.
A knight lives to defend the people.
And
how shameful that this
hello,
is forgotten.
Astar.
Now true knights are few and far between. Something must be done.
Indeed it should. So Callista is apparently of Latin and Greek origin, and it means cup fairest most beautiful. Apparently it's from the late Latin Calixta, which is the feminine form of Calixtus, which is used in reference by Christians to the cup containing the wine of the Christian sacrament. The whole beautiful thing comes from the Greek thing. So, got the extent of the religious there. But then, oh, yes.
Killing my mates, you nasty git.
Oh, it's so nice to hear the word git. Oh, that's wonderful.
It's a one-on-one battle, so come alone. Alone means no one else.
Okay. Okay. So Callista's name in Japan is Canaan. It's not quite spelled the same as what I'm going to relate it to, but Canaan, spelled with a C rather than a K, means beloved. And also, well, the Canaan with a K relates to, kind of, originates in Hindi. And apparently basically means fortress, which is quite ironic because she is literally trapped in the fortress of Lazulis Castle. But there also is another sense of biblical with Canaan. Because Canaan is one of the lands in the Bible. I mean, basically, my mind immediately leaps to Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. With Jacob lived in the land of Canaan, a fine example of a family man. Jacob and sons, and so on and so forth. So you have that other religious link. And also there's the fact that Callista's constantly wearing earrings that are made out of crosses and all of that sort of stuff. Which I think is just quite cool. Also, an interesting thing is that the pseudonym that she takes, Lisa, comes from letters in Callista's own name, but it also means straight in Spanish, which does quite well describe Callista, and that she holds a direct or proper course, or candid/frank, or coming directly from a trustworthy source. So there's all that, which is quite fun. I can't actually find anything for Dagran. However, his Japanese name is Quark. And what's quite interesting about that is Quark is the name of an elementary particle. And is actually a fundamental part of matter. Now, I won't go into the all of the types of quarks, because it's very complicated and I don't study natural sciences. Therefore, I don't really have any knowledge of what quarks really are. But apparently there are 6 flavours of quarks, which are up, down, strange, charm, bottom and top. Because, you know, scientists are funny like that. So, the fact that Dagran's Japanese name is a fundamental part of the matter of the team, almost, I guess you could take it as. I can't actually find anything for Syrenne. I mean, her Japanese name is very similar. It's like Syrenne. But it immediately makes me think of the sirens in like Greek mythology, who kind of beautiful women who trick the men into jumping ship and dying, and then they eat them. Which I guess is quite fitting for Syrenne. She's a bit of a man-eater. Could easily be described as beautiful. Yurick is a bit of a difficult one. Apparently it's a nickname for Yuri, but I think it essentially works around to meaning like one who works the earth or farmer in Russian, because that's what Yuri means, so I'm assuming Yurick means something similar, which I guess fits in quite well with what Yurick, well, where Yurick comes from, I think. I think somebody also made the joke that it's very similar to Yorick in Shakespeare's Hamlet, but I don't think that works that well. Cause it fits, because I mean you can say, "Alas, poor Yurick," but Yurick isn't dead, so the joke kind of fails. His Japanese name is Eurus. Then you have Lowell. Lowell is actually a definitely a real name. It's apparently Old French in origin and means young wolf, which is quite cool. Very fitting for Lowell, I think. But his Japanese name is Jackal. Now, Jackal has a variety of... well, as with Kanan, it also originates in Hindi. And apparently it means any of several dog-like mammals. So, like, lone wolf. An accomplice who aids in the commission of base or disreputable acts. Also quite fitting, I think. What with his very interesting decision to constantly go after the beautiful young ladies. And C, one who performs menial tasks for another. And as a mercenary, that is something that he does. So Jackal is actually a stupidly fitting name for Lowell. I'm quite impressed with that. I can't actually find anything for Mirania or her Japanese name, which is Minamia. It's a really unique name. I guess kind of that was what they were going for. Have something that's
Don't tell anyone.
Distant.
But I was a dragon in a previous.
And this is the guy that I was talking about previously. Basically, if you get 5 dragon skins, then he will make you some armor.
5 dragon skins. When you see my secret art, you will doubt no more.
Okay.
You've gathered all 5 dragon skins. I was right to entrust this task to you. Then, as promised, I will now demonstrate my secret art. Now, if I may ask a personal question, which of these better suits your tastes?
So you have a choice of having upper armor or lower armor. So let's go for chest.
Just one moment.
Okay. I hope this is going to be impressive. Okay.
Land is dying.
and the dragons are long gone from this world.
That was actually quite
I
impressive.
hope that your efforts can change things for the better, Zael.
Thank you, Dragon Master. You're awesome.
Oh my! To gather 3 dragon skins is quite an impressive feat. Bring me another.
Yes, we need an extra 2 to be able to do anything, which is annoying, but, not a whole lot I can do about it. Now, I have to say, I think the dragon armor is really ugly, so I won't be using it. But you can use it if you'd like. It's there. Also, no, definitely not leather armor. Definitely not brave armor for Zael. I don't think we're just going to go back to heavy armor, I think. I do quite like the cloth armor, and later on I will be giving Zael the cloth armor, but for now, heavy armor works best. It's actually not that far before we actually reach the point where I'm going to give all of the characters new outfits, but it won't be until then. So, I think the only other character name that I particularly have that's of any use to us is Therius, because it may be derived from Therion, which is Greek for animal or beast. Not quite sure how fitting that one is, but it's there. His Japanese name is actually Tasha, which I find quite amusing. Also, General Astar's Japanese name is General Trista. Count Arganan's name is exactly the same. Zangarak, his Japanese name is Zangurg. And I don't think they actually, well, I think Dural's Japanese name is Jill. I'm less sure about that one. Either way, all of the names have very interesting kind of things about them, and I do really like that. Whenever name meanings have an importance to the character, I'm always a fan of that. Now, we are currently, well, either way. Oh, right. So, basically there's this farmer dude, and basically, in the area where you fought the tiger, he's built a pumpkin patch. Yes, I think it's a pumpkin patch. And essentially, they are growing pumpkins. And you can grow some as well, which you can then harvest and get. Even though I am going to be planting stuff, I am actually never going to pick it up. Which is really bad of me. Like, I really probably should have come back and had a look at my hard work. But, screw that, it's too difficult. I have better things to do with my time than come back and check on some pumpkins. I'm not quite sure kind of how long it takes for everything. But, So, even though I'm not coming back, I might as well give you some fertilizer. I mean, it's hardly going to, oh, no, never mind, can't fertilize. And now I think we should probably just, so that's what they will look like when they've grown eventually, but, let's just go back to Lazulis City, eh? Got a bit more we can, well, I think we literally just need to return to, the tavern. And I can't jump into the city, which is so annoying. It's like, come on, please. But no. It's only kind of in 2 instances where that inability to jump is annoying. That right there, I mean, it's not that far to run, but it's still more trouble than it's worth. And then later on, which is really infuriating for a certain side quest that you can do, and that I will be doing, because it's actually quite fun. Well, by fun I mean quite interesting to see the results of. Anyway, let us head on over to Artisan's Way. I can't quite remember. Oh yes, now I remember. We have to go see the dye maker. Well, yes, I mean, I'm not using it, because I'd rather not go around completely naked on top, but, well, that sucks. Oh, of course we can. We might as well, I mean... Right, a red hat. There! Got him! Let's go chasing after him. Now, I find it quite funny that, like, the battle music plays at this point. Like, it makes this chase quite epic. Thankfully it's not that difficult. There is one later on which, oh boy, can be frustrating. But this one shouldn't give you too much hassle. Annoyingly, he's quite speedy. Also, he is an idiot. Just running into there, like, seriously, dude? Good, thank you, Mr. Pickpocket.
You're coming with me.
But yes, you are coming with us, and you're apologising to that poor dye maker that you stole from. Seriously, boy. Oh, bloody hell. But yes, now we have the outrageous invisibility dye, which basically means that we can now make our bottom halves invisible. So essentially you can put everyone in their underwear, if you want a very good look at everybody in their underwear. I never personally use it, because I'm a lot more conservative than most people in that respect. But I'm sure some people will definitely get a laugh from just kind of putting everyone in their underwear and seeing how that makes cutscenes so awkward. Because I can imagine it making them just... particularly the touching ones, it will make it just seem like some sort of weird foreplay. Which is quite amusing, but oh well. Oh, this boy, his sister's gone. Oh.
I have to do something, and quickly.
Oh, that's really sad. But there's nothing we can do about it right now. So let's head on back to the tavern. At least I think that's where we're heading back to.
What was that for? Ow, that hurt!
Yes, definitely going back to the tavern. Maybe have a little chat with people whilst we're there. We could have also left. No, I think we have to go into Ariella's tavern to be able to trigger the next bit of that side quest, which is slightly annoying because everyone here is waiting for us, and we might want to talk to them. But for the purposes of everything, we are literally just going to leave immediately.
You decide what you're doing about the Count's offer?
Not yet.
Bear in mind, this doesn't just affect you.
Well, I know
We
that,
all
but...
have a stake in this. We can get out of this way of life. No more waking up every morning and wondering if that's the day we die.
No need to be
It works out
depressing,
well for
Dagran.
Callista too. There's a lot for you to think about.
Yeah, I know.
But let's leave anyway. Think about that later, eh?